Hey weirdos, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so glad you're here. If you have been suffering with gel allergies, but you really want full cover extensions, I got you in this video. I did a thing, chopped off my nails just to see if I could do this and share it with all of you guys. I've got full cover extensions. These are almond shape. Makartt has so many on the Amazon. Go check them out. If you want a certain shape, they got you. I'll leave links down below for everything, but I'm gonna do full cover extensions using dip base to adhere them. That's right. You can use nail glue if you want. Base is essentially nail glue anyway, so you can use either or, whatever you're more comfy using. And we're gonna get on some full cover tips. I picked out my sizes. Here's a little trick for you. I went ahead with Sharpie and I wrote down which finger I use what size on. That way, if I want to do this again, which I will be doing, spoiler alert, I know what size I need for what finger. Go ahead and label your full cover tips. You can use regular tips too. If you have tips that are in a box, write right on the box with your Sharpie. Your nails are not changing, so that's just the way they're going to be. So I picked out all my tips, and now I'm going to go ahead and start prepping for my full cover extensions. I'm not doing a whole lot of work. I grabbed a new Efile. I'm trying it out. I will leave it down below. I really love it, like with my whole entire heart. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave it down below. So I'm going to get my cuticles prepped. I'm starting with this flame bit, and I'm going to get kind of underneath my, it's not your cuticle, epinicium, is that what they call it? Underneath the skin to get off all that stuck dead cuticle that is on my nail plate. Once I get that done, I'm going to buzz around with a different cuticle bit, make sure everything is exfoliated off the nail, get rid of any dry skin, and then we're going to get right into tip application. Now, you super do not need to use an e-file. It is my personal preference for cuticle prep, but you can certainly use a nail file, a buffing block, whatever you're most comfortable using, but you do want to prep according to your nail type. If you have problems with adhesion, you're probably going to want to use a nail file to remove shine from your natural nail and dead cuticle off your nail plate. But I am doing very minimal prep. I really wanted to see the longevity of extensions like these. So I'm not even going to remove shine from my natural nail. I will dehydrate and remove all the oils, but I'm just doing cuticle work and that's it, and dehydrating. No mas. And I can tell you, I did this a week ago. Yes, exactly a week ago today. And I still have these nails on my fingers. They've lasted so far a whole week. Unfortunately, I do have to soak them off, and they are soakable. Since I am not using gel, they will be soaked off, and I'm going to fill you in at the end of the video and let you know how well they did with the soak off. So anyway, got all the prep done. Got my tip. I am not etching it whatsoever. I'm applying dip base coat. This is Revel's dip base. I chose Revel because it's quicker to dry. Drying base is slower, less fast. Is fine too, but you will have to hold it in place longer. So now that I've gotten the base in the tip, I'm starting at the cuticle and gradually applying pressure. Man. So the base flows to the edge of my nail, and I'm holding it there for a good 10 seconds to make sure it adheres completely. Then I can, and this is real time. This is me really holding the nail as long as I had to hold it in order to make sure it was starting to dry and perfectly adhered. And here's my first tip. Absolutely perfect. And I have a curve to my nails, a little bit of a curve, but I really like these specific nail extensions because they are not very curvy. If you have flat nails, these might be perfect for you, especially because the apex on this, the profile, is so slim. So I'm just wiping off the excess dip base with a little bit of alcohol, and here's my first nail done. I'm going to go ahead and get these on the rest of the nails, give them a quick shape, and literally that is it. I will buff over them and make them ultra matte and ultra smooth. That is how I find I like to apply my product on top of it. And you can do whatever you want on top of this. You can do dip powder, nail polish, gel polish, whatever your heart desires, you can do right over these extensions. You can leave them on, you can soak them off. The possibilities are literally endless. So I'm just gonna go ahead, as mentioned, get these on all the rest of my nails. So once everything is attached, I'm just cleaning up the shape, making sure that I don't have excess extension on my sidewalls or anything like that around the cuticle area. If you're wondering if I put activator on my nail, I did not. Since dip base is essentially the same thing as nail glue, it will dry down. You do need to activate your dip base if you are applying dip powder with it. But if you're using it as glue, as I am here, you don't need activator. Can you apply activator? Sure, if you wanted to, but is it necessary? No. So again, I'm going to bust out my Efile and I'm going to smooth out my cuticle area for no reason other than I do want the cuticle area to be as flush with my natural nail as possible. You can again do this with a hand file if you wanted to. I just find it's quicker if I use an E-file to get that blend, and then I'm going to buff them out. perfectly shaped and smoothed and buffed and ready for whatever I want to put over on top of them. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my other hand. And I am not a left-handed person, but I can tell you, left hand was actually really not that difficult, for me at least. And if you are somebody who struggles using their non-dominant hand to do anything, I would highly suggest doing your dominant hand first, because you can become a little bit fatigued after all this work that you do, even with your dominant hand. So I'm going to go ahead, get these on my other hand like that. They look so good. I have literally no complaints. If you have gel issues, or if you just don't want to mess with it, this is a great way to get full cover extensions without gel. This I have to talk about. I have been using this hand cream for about a month maybe. I have seen such a difference in my skin. My nail fees look so good these days. I don't know if y'all have noticed. If you have, comment down below. But I have been swearing by this hand cream. I've actually recommended this to a few of my moderators, to a couple of weirdos in the Mani fam, only to a few people because I wanted some other opinions before I went and stated mine, and they are all obsessed, as am I. I stocked up on it before this video because I knew y'all would flock. It is on Amazon. It is linked down below. So I'm going to take off that excess lotion with a little bit of alcohol just to get it off the nail and out from underneath my nail. And then I'm literally done. And now I can do a manicure. If you want to see the manicure that I did over this set, I will leave it up in the cards. It was my 4th of July look. If you didn't see that, you can go ahead and check it out. I did soak these off, as I mentioned. Soak off was insanely easy. I did have dip on top of it, so it did take a little bit longer than it would if you were just soaking off extensions. I had dip. I filed off the dip top coat, or gel top coat I think I used, and soak off took about 7 or 8 minutes total. That's it. I'll leave my soak off method up in the cards for you to check out too. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope this was helpful. I will catch you in the next video. Love you. Bye.